What's up, guys? It is day 11, 2026, and I'm here to be your daily reminder to say something positive about yourself, say something that you're grateful for, and remind you that you have to do this every single day, regardless if you feel like doing it or not. Because, for one, what I'm trying to teach you is it takes just these two little things on a daily basis could rewire your brain to where you're already not feeling less depressed. You're already working towards beating depression and getting out of the slump that you're in. And I'm here to be your daily reminder so that way you can remember to do it, because it's easy to forget. It's hard. It's easy to remember to be negative, but it's hard to remember to be positive. So do those two things today if you haven't already done it. Also, make your bed. I don't care if you're making the bed right before you go to bed. Make the bed. Go to sleep on a freshly made bed, and that's how you start and end your day. So today's challenge, I want to challenge you guys on portion control. I personally have lost 100 pounds. I know I have had friends that's lost 100, 120 pounds. He's currently on another diet too. And I want to teach you guys portion control. So if you don't know portions when it comes to eating the food, look at the back of the thing and look at serving sizes. Those serving sizes teach you portion control. And if you were like me and you struggled with weight gain and weight loss and I was fat. I was like 300 pounds in middle school. So like I've always struggled with weight or with just weight in general. So the things that I've learned is stay away from sugar, stay away from carbs, stay like all of that you stay away from, but you also want to replace it with healthy carbs and replace it with healthy sugar and replace it with, just healthy stuff in general. So for me, one thing I have learned when it comes to sugar, if like you have a sweet tooth, find products that are, let's say, keto friendly, but also when you look at the back of it, you want it to say sugar alcohol. You can eat the ones that say sugar alcohol. I know some people say it's bad, but in my experience, I typically, when I start having a sugar craving, I start eating the ones that say sugar alcohol on it. And as I eat the ones with sugar alcohol, I lose my cravings for sugar all in general. It'll get to the point to where I won't even even crave sugar. So like sugar, to me, sugar alcohol is a great substitute to wean yourself off sugar. Also, you should not, in the Bible it says, do not be a glutton. Overeating is a sin. I'm sorry. When you overeat, you're worshiping your belly. You are putting your stomach as a god, and you are feeding it it's a sin. It's a sign of worship. So portion control. Slow yourself down. Look at it. It's okay to be hungry. It really is okay to be hungry. And the reason, realistically, hunger only comes because you overate, you stretched your stomach out, and you became addicted to it. That is a form of addiction. So look at your portion controls. Look at what you're eating. Say, maybe I shouldn't have the whole box of pizza. Maybe I should only eat half a box. Listen, take it day by day. You don't have to fully go cold turkey on a lot of things that you eat, but you do know what it takes to not be a fat ass. So stop being a fat ass. That's what I had to tell myself when I was losing weight, is quit being a fat ass. That's it. Just quit being a fat ass. Put the fork down, get a smaller plate. The smaller plate you have, the easier it is to portion your food. And then there's so much information out there on the web to teach you how to portion control and teach you what are healthy carbs and what are health. I mean, as I do this, I will probably be making more healthy videos on how people can lose weight, because me personally, I replace a lot of carbs with fat food. Fatty food was my source of just losing and burning weight. I ate a lot of chicken wings. I ate a lot of chicken legs. I ate a lot of like pork chops, and I was melting. I lost like 100 pounds in less than a year, and I did not go to the gym. I lost 100 pounds before I went to the gym. So do not think you have to lose, or you have to go to the gym to lose weight. No, you can lose weight before you go to the gym, and I suggest you lose weight before you go to the gym, because it's easier to work out when you don't weigh as much. It really is. And if you can't control yourself on portions and you can't control what you put in your mouth before you go to the gym, the likelihood of you staying at the gym is almost zero. You have to teach yourself discipline with the fork. Period. So I'm not going to do random Bible verses anymore. I'm going to just find Bible verses that kind of relate to what I'm saying. So we're going to go to Proverbs today. We're at Proverbs 23:20 20 through, I think it's like 21. It says, "Do not, or be not among drunkards and among gluttons, eaters of meat. For the drunkards and the gluttons will come to poverty, and slumber slumber will clothe them in rags." So, this also is a good point too. Watch who you're hanging out with, because if you're hanging out with a lot of gluttons, you're going to become a glutton. If you're hanging out with a lot of people who drink, you're going to become a drunkard. So a lot of growth is changing your atmosphere. A lot of growth is changing the people that you hang around. A lot of growth is putting your foot down and just exiting the equation, because you can stay in. You can't expect to change and lose weight and do all these things if you're consistently being around people who are making you fall back into those things. It is so hard to lose weight while watching somebody eat like a bunch of ice cream or brownies, or somebody who's cooking brownies, somebody who's cooking cookies. And you might say, that's my wife, that's my husband, that's whatever, they're doing it. Okay, then that you're going to have to try a little extra harder and put your foot down. You're going to have to set the example. You're going to have to be like, all right, we're not living like this no more. We're not doing this. And then you're going to have to set the example to where they start changing to keep up with you. Because at the end of the day, if you don't set the example and they set the example and continue to lead, you're going to be a fat ass. But if you set the example and you push through it, and you continuously keep pushing, and then you start getting the weight loss, you start feeling better, you start getting the energy, you start just all in general feeling better as a human being, the people around you are going to see that, man, it's inspiring. It's inspiring to do that. Yes, you may have to try harder because you have your surroundings weighing you down, but it is completely possible. And I completely believe in you guys. So today's challenge, portion control. Learn portion control, and understand that it is not something that you can do like that. It's not something that just happens overnight, but it is something that you can put a daily step in. Whether it's, I normally would eat a whole box of pizza, well, this time I'm only going to eat 2/3 of the box of pizza, and then I'll save those 2 pieces of slices tomorrow, and then it's slowly but surely shrinking your stomach. Me personally, when I go on a binge and I get to the point where I start overeating and I gain weight, I go on a fast. I fast for about 3 or 4 days, don't eat no food, allow my stomach to shrink, allow me to lose the weight that I had gained. And then that way, when I start straight off the fast, I'm not fighting myself for cravings, because I have cleaned my system of those things. So if you want to start losing weight and you want to do it the easy way, you can fast. And you can go ahead and start getting that stuff out of your system, the sugar and all that stuff, because your body's going to eat it pretty quickly just for energy. And you might have to take it slow, because it's not easy to fast. So, but no, that's pretty much all I wanted to say to you guys. I am running a little bit late today. I've been working since the moment I woke up, because I actually feel pretty decent today, and I'm trying to recoup some of the money that I lost from being sick for the last 2 days. So yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 12.